My name's Tom, this is the Enthusiasm Project, and today I'm going to show you how to use technology to go on a real-world scavenger hunt. So by the end of this video, you'll be ready to go out into the world and hunt for your very own geocaches using your phone. Geocaching is basically a massive global scavenger hunt where you use GPS coordinates to find caches that people have hidden everywhere. Sometimes you have clues or specific locations, or there's puzzles and riddles you have to find to get them. Sometimes it's just sort of very simple out in a kind of an obvious location. Anywhere around the world, there are geocaches hidden everywhere, and you can find them using the Geocache app. So I'll link to the app down below and the website so that you can find everything you need to get started, but it's a really great, totally free hobby. And so the first step, all you need to do is load up the Geocache app on your phone, look nearby or in a location where you're going, and see what you can find. Personally, I like to look for caches that have a lot of favorites. You can tell by the little heart icon, because that probably means that they're really fun and interesting. It's also a great idea when you find one that you're interested in to look at the activity and see when the last time was that the cache was found. Because if it hasn't been found in a really long time, that might mean it's not there anymore. So when you're looking for geocaches, what you're looking for is really any kind of small container. Sometimes they're really, really tiny. Sometimes people reuse old containers like Altoids, tins, or anything like that. The phone takes you to the general location. People tag their coordinates, use GPS to find where it is. But once you get there, the caches aren't just like lying on the ground. They're usually hidden somewhere, or they're kind of near that location, and then you have to actually use your brain and solve the problem, which is really fun because that means you get to engage in the environment. You have to read a whole bunch of, signs, look around, kind of like put pieces together to figure out where something might be. And of course, it's always a really good idea to make sure nobody else is seeing you take and leave the cache, because then they might get curious. And if they're not part of geocaching, they could take it and ruin it for the rest of the community. Another good point to mention is when you're geocaching, you're pretty much never gonna be asked to do anything illegal or trespass. They're all in public, open places, sometimes just difficult to find, but you shouldn't have to break into anything, ruin anything, trespass anywhere, break any rules. So if you feel like you might need to do those things to find a cache, don't, because that's not at all what geocaching is about. So now it's time to get out of here and go into the world and do some real life treasure hunting.
I'm in it? 60 feet. It's that way.
60 feet? Mine said it was this way.
40, 60.
We're at a point now where I think I have found the cache, but I don't think Heather has.
5, 22, 20.
There's no description or hints on this one, so it's called Well Water. I was thinking well water, and then there's water, but there's nothing. There's just a dead spider in there.
I just can't open it. This might not even be it though.
No, but that's super suspicious. Yeah, let's go find one that we can actually open.
My friend who lives in Boston told me about it, and she was like, it's such a strange concept, but just go and try to find one and you'll understand what it is. And so as soon as I signed up, I went to go find one right outside my parents' house, and I was like, this is so much fun.
And no matter how well you think you know a spot, if you find a geocache in that spot, it usually introduces you to something new and a little bit different.
It's very important that when you go geocaching, you bring a pen, because you got to sign the log.
We're not going to show exactly where it is because we don't want to kill it for anyone who's trying to find these things, but they all look a little different. This one is labeled as what, small or extra small?
Extra small, I think.
This is
huge.
Extra small. That's pretty dang big for an extra small.
So this is the camo. This is the actual cache. Just pop it open, and bam, inside we got the log, and this is what you have to sign to show everyone that you found it. I feel like it's a cool adventure, you never know what you're gonna expect, and I love when the geocaches are like cleverly hidden, and sometimes it's staring at you right in the face. I mean, I can't really explain it without giving it away, but it's always a surprise. It's fun. Yeah, so a lot of stuff happening up in here.
Another thing too, was your geocaching and pulling stuff out of places. Bring hand sanitizer with you.
Oh my gosh, you copied me. I was still gonna do my 4 essentials.
Unfortunately, not every story has a happy ending, and so sometimes you can't find your caches. We found one that has like all these favorites, and we couldn't find it. We looked everywhere. That kind of made sense. And if you can't find the cache, or you think it's missing, or you just can't find it, you have to go in the app and then you log it as a DNF, which is a did not find, and you get a really sad, depressing, sad face on your score. But it also lets the people who planted it know that you can find it, and then maybe they can go check it, or someone else can confirm whether or not it's still there. It's a real bummer though. It's a real bummer. On the way back to the car to leave in shame, one of the firefighters who put this cache here gave us a hint. Didn't tell us what it was exactly, where it was, but gave us kind of a hint. So without giving too many details away, this is what we found. So here's everything that was in there. It was definitely a lot different than we thought it was gonna be, but actually a lot better. So I hope that's a pretty good introduction into what geocaching might look like and to what the hobby is. The ultimate idea behind geocaching is that you get to explore an environment. It's not just about going somewhere and finding a little container. It's about finding yourself in a location and being able to kind of look around and understand and appreciate and notice little things about your environment and that others have noticed. So check out the geocaching website and app in the description below, and if you haven't seen Heather's channel, be sure to check that out so you can see her version of geocaching. She's been doing it a lot longer than I have. She's been all over the world geocaching. She knows the ropes a lot better than I do. I'm relatively new to the hobby, but it's a whole lot of fun. So ask me any questions you have in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, make sure you do so you get new videos and live streams every single week. And I will cache you guys next time. I was originally going to title this video Cache Me Outside, but I decided not to. How about that?